Hi. I've never done this before, so we'll give it a shot, but I really don't feel like typing that much, so I wanted to answer some questions. Number one, without being told, do you think we can pinpoint or notice when someone else is trying to alter our memories? Great question. That's how propaganda works. Propaganda works by completely changing the way that you see stuff, things that you've seen in the past and things that you've seen um, on TV or whatever else get embedded and mixed in with your memories. So you can actually notice if you start stepping back and watching your media, you can actually see how your memories are being manipulated. There's a really good example on a things called InfoWars where they will start telling you you're going to see something and then you're going to go see it. Oh, we're going to tell you you're going to see it. You're going to see this. You never actually see it, but by the end of it, you remember seeing it. It's perfect propaganda. It works really, really well. Um, the second question was, I really wish this program had an autosave embedded into it. Yeah, I actually worked on a Google Doc, which works really, really well. And then I just copy and paste it into the comments section because it does close on me occasionally. Um, if and when someone develops a cure for Alzheimer's, they'll also be able to retrieve the people's lost memories, or the memories be lost forever. Really good question. Your memories aren't actually stored anywhere. It's the connections. And if the connections get broken, the memories are gone. What's interesting is that a lot of people with Alzheimer's who look at photographs and look at a lot of old pictures and movies and things, it rebuilds those memories for them. And they're limited, but they do get rebuilt. So you can retrieve them by keeping accurate records of stuff, which it's kind of important. Most of you young folks nowadays keep track of everything that you're doing, so it's pretty easy. Okay, so can a lie detector test detect false memories in a person that actually believes they're saying is of a false memory? And that's actually a very big problem with that's Zero, by the way, the neighbor's dog. Um, there is a big problem with false memories in the fact that you really believe they're real. And the lie detector test is only when your body's producing responses that didn't actually exist. There's some brain scan lie detector tests, but they're not nearly as accurate as the polygraph tests, which are not very accurate at all. Um, is it new technology able to figure out if a person will have Alzheimer's disease? Well, yeah. You can look at the plaques and tangles, but there's a really great research article that I can't remember what the name of it is right now, but I'll post it in the class about someone who just because you have the symptoms of Alzheimer's doesn't mean you're going to have the behavioral symptoms of Alzheimer's. A lot of people get the same plaques and tangles as they get older, but certain people get Alzheimer's and lose their memory and lose functioning. Other people just are fine and they don't seem to be debilitated until they get very old. It's a pretty cool research article. I'll try to find it and post it in there. Why is it easiest to forget where we parked our car but remember something 10 years ago? Well, that's easy. The word is interference. Um, if something happened a long time ago and it triggered an emotional response, there's very low interference. But if something is like where you parked your car and you're talking to your friends and you're thinking about where you're shopping or what you're going to eat, there's so much interference at that time, you're not likely to remember something. All right. The next question was, is Clive lost his memory, was able to still play piano? I was wondering how that could that be? Well, it's really strange, but your memory is different than your learning. Learning and memory are not the same thing. Learning is the conscious aspect of, or learning is the behavioral aspect of memory. Memory is the conscious aspect of learning. It's kind of tricky to kind of piece together, but you can learn something and not know you learned it. If you want to go back and be a bit cliche, but the Karate Kid, paint the fence, wax the car, those are all ways, stay on the floor. Those are all ways of training behavior without ever consciously training behavior. So kind of Clive is the same way. Um, and the movie about Kim Peek, he consciously knows everything, but he's very mentally disabled as far as being able to do anything. Um, do you park your car in the same spot or near the same that is helpful to remember where parking is, school, work, etc.? I've been teaching at Cuyamaca for over 20 years. I try not to park in the same place all the time because what happens is I end up walking to where my car should be. And sometimes I will drive my wife's car to school and my daughter's car to school. I will park down one part of the campus, I'll park another part of campus, and it's really embarrassing to walk to the wrong parking lot and look around for the wrong car. So I purposely try to park in somewhere slightly different every day. just to keep my brain functioning. All right, that ends a lot of the questions.